Hi, how are you doing? I'm JD Mixon, one of the hosts of Get Local, the new podcast focusing on local events, local happenings in and around Okeechobee, Florida. So I am flying solo tonight because Michael Hazellief, my co-host, he's not here with me, but he is somewhere that is very exciting, and I'm really happy that he's there. We had a few deputies that are graduating today, some Okeechobee County Sheriff's Office deputies, and he is there at that graduation. So hopefully I described that perfectly. But either way, that's really exciting. Congratulations to these new deputies. And Michael, thank you for being there with those guys and leaving me here to somehow get through this on my own, which is probably not going to go well. But I think my guest is going to help me out, hopefully. Today I am here with Angie Griffin, owner of Stafford's Salon and also president of Okeechobee Main Street. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I am well and slightly confused about how I'm going to make all this fly. So thank you for bearing with me, and I know we're going to have some fun.
Yeah, we are.
Well, before we get into current events, some stuff that you have coming up really soon that's exciting, let's talk about what Main Street is exactly.
Okay, Okeechobee Main Street is a nonprofit organization. We're a 501c3. Our main goal is to bring business downtown to our local merchants. We focus on our downtown area to bring the business down there, and then that in turn, when we have a busy downtown, in turn trickles out into the whole community and makes the whole community more prosperous. So we work on projects like art projects, events, and things like that to bring people and visitors to our area, and then they go shopping, and then it helps the economy, and that's what we do.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
You know, and I missed one really important thing. We try to get the difficult questions out of the way right off the bat, and I have some really tough questions that I need to ask you.
Okay.
So the first one is, what was the worst haircut you ever had, and what did it look like?
The worst haircut I've ever had, really?
I mean, as a hairdresser.
As a hairdresser.
Yeah.
Well, someone told me that I could not cut my hair super short. So the next day, I was in beauty school. So the next day, whenever I got home, I looked like Billy Idol.
Just went for it, huh?
Yeah,
just went for it.
Completely blonde, completely short, and yeah.
I mean, I think you should try that again. No. Have you ever gotten a perm?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I'm at that age that was popular back in the day.
If we can get photos of that, we're definitely going to
we're not.
Perm photos.
We're not.
Perm shots.
No.
Nice 80s big hair.
Yes.
I mean, I'm a Dolly Parton fan. You know, the bigger the hair, the closer to Jesus. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not do that.
All right. If you could bring back any fashion trend, what would it be? Any fashion trend.
Any fashion trend? You really are asking tough questions.
I told you.
I don't know what I would bring. No, really, I like the more elegant, kind of like this 50s, 60s, that kind of style.
Okay.
That's kind of cool. It's kind of cool era. Even the 70s were like really fun, I think, with the hairstyles. So something that's more fun.
Okay. So I was worried you were going to just say bell bottoms, because I feel bell bottoms are in again, and they never really left. I don't feel like they ever left.
I thought I just saw you with a pair on the other day.
I would.
You know?
I don't think it was me this time in particular, but I'm not against it.
No, I could see that.
I have
definitely.
My mom, when she and my dad were, I guess this is just when they were dating or when they were first married, she would like embroider. I don't know if it was embroidery or exactly what it was, but on these denim shirts, just these amazing floral patterns that were massive. And first of all, I think I wear a size medium, and I think I'm a smaller guy. I can hardly fit into these shirts that my dad wore. So he was just a little fella, but the coolest clothes. I could see. Huge fan of the 70s, the music, 60s, 70s.
I could definitely see your mom doing that.
Yeah. I don't know that she could pick up a needle and thread now, but I'm sure she could quickly get back into it.
I'm sure she could.
All right, next. If you could choose any person from history to be your imaginary friend, who would it be?
My imaginary friend.
Any person from history.
Any person.
Yes.
I don't know. Who would be my imaginary friend? I can't even answer that.
I mean,
I really can't.
none? Nothing?
I can't think of anything.
Chachi over here Chachi's on the board. Chachi, any ideas?
Well, it is 3 days ago, 40th anniversary of John Lennon passing. That would definitely, why not?
Yeah, John Lennon would be really cool. Elton John would be really cool, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be someone that's passed away. So,
Yeah.
Elton John, he would be a blast to hang out with, but I think he'd just be so catty and mean to me the whole time. But I'd deserve it, without a doubt. I'm sure I'd deserve it.
He would have the bell bottoms.
Oh, yes.
For sure.
Yeah, best glasses, too. All right, so you already told us a little bit about Main Street. Now, Okeechobee Main Street was founded in the early 2000s, and there have been so many projects that Main Street has worked on here in town. But what do you think some of the most important projects have been?
Some of the most important projects, I would think, the medians downtown on 441 South, sort of south, going 441 South. All the planting and all of that. That was a Main Street project. We got a grant for that, for the city. And that was a really cool project because it made a big difference in what the community looks like. Another project that we did was the Butterfly Garden. And we brought in some local artists and we brought in some people from the not rehab facility, but Grand Oaks.
Okay.
So we had some of the seniors that did some of the paintings on the butterflies. And we also had some high school students that worked with the seniors to paint some of the butterflies out there. I actually have a butterfly that I painted out there, and I think that's the best one, but that's just my opinion. But that was a really cool project. And then now one of the things that we're working on is the cattle drive sculpture, and that is going to be absolutely amazing. It's a 10-piece bronze sculpture of a cattle drive, obviously. And we have had so much fantastic support from the local ranches in the community. And we're going to have that ready to go next year. Probably, we wanted to do it by National Day of the Cowboy in June of 2021, but it's probably going to be October because COVID kind of slowed us down. That's going to be the 500-year anniversary of when they first brought cattle to Okeechobee. So we wanted to have it done for the 500-year anniversary. So that's like our biggest project right now. That's going to be awesome.
That's still really exciting that October of next year.
I know.
Wow. I was able to find a couple of the photos of the artist that had, some of the other sculptures that he's worked on. It's going to be amazing.
There's a photo in the Okeechobee magazine this month, and it's the clay sculpture of the Brahma bull that with the artist, and you can see the size of the sculpture compared to the artist. It's it's life size and a quarter. So that's just the clay sculpture part of it, and then they're going to bronze that, and so it's a really cool. It's really amazing. It's going to look so awesome.
That's so great. Now, if someone is still interested in participating or supporting that, what should they do?
You can contact us at Main Street. You can contact Bridget Waldo or Kathy Scott or myself, and we have all different sorts of levels available. You can buy bricks from like $250, and there's sponsorships up to like $10,000. All of the big pieces have been taken so far. So we had, like I said, the 10 different pieces, and all of those have been paid for. So we're just working on the few little things to tidy it all up. We still have a ways to go. Yeah. It's about a $500,000 project, and we've raised $300,000 of it.
Wow.
So that is just really amazing that our community...
Clap sound effect right there.
I know,
like
right?
Like a full room. Great
job.
Our
community has come together and has done that so far in a very short time. So we're really proud of that.
That's great. That's great. Congratulations.
Thank you. Great
work to everybody on Main Street, and also, big thanks to everybody in Okeechobee that's contributed.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful. So obviously that's a lot of amazing projects. I love the sculptures and in the Butterfly Garden. Those are great. But I will say the medians, everyone sees those as you drive through town, and they look great.
Yeah, it makes the
It's
town
a
more
little
appealing.
Thing, yes. It's a little thing that makes such a huge impact. So great work on that too.
Thank you.
What are some, well, we'll talk about other events in a minute after we get into this. So 2020, as you mentioned a few minutes ago, has made a lot of things more challenging. What's Main Street really doing to navigate these hard times?
2020 has been challenging, has been very challenging. We normally had mixers once a month where we would meet at different businesses and kind of like just a mixer where you can meet different business people and things like that. So we've
Kind
had
of thought we were going to have some of those mixer drinks here. Didn't work out.
No, it didn't work out.
Something for the Topo Chico.
But we've had to scale back on, we've had to cancel several of our events that we would normally do. And we started, our first event was Labor Day, was our first event that we started after COVID. Okay. And we made some changes. The vendors had to provide hand sanitizer. Obviously, everyone there had to have it. We spaced the vendors further apart. We put out information, be aware of social distancing, make sure you're using hand sanitizer, wash your hands, and let everybody know that information that's been blasted into our heads.
Yes.
So we just try to put it out there and for people to be as safe as they possibly can.
Yes.
So.
And we have our social distancing going on right now. We're about 8 feet apart. So yes, we're practicing it here as well. This weekend is a big weekend for Main Street. It's a big weekend for Okeechobee as a whole. And it's one of the reasons that Michael and I knew we wanted to speak with you as quickly as possible. So thank you again for making time for us, because I know you're swamped this week. So what is happening this weekend?
This weekend, we are so excited. We're having our Christmas festival and our Christmas parade. So that is just going to be a lot of fun. I know with the Labor Day festival, people were glad that we put something on and could get out of the house. Yeah. So it's just going to be where you can come out. There's going to be several vendors there. Like I said, we're going to even space people further apart than we did Labor Day. We learned a little bit more. The crowd was a little bigger than what we had expected. So you're going to notice the vendors are going to be quite a bit further apart. We're still going to practice the social distancing and advise people accordingly. Mm-hmm. And there's going to be lots of different arts and crafts vendors and everything out there. And then that starts at 10 a.m. Downtown in Flagler Park. And then at 6 o'clock, right about dark, is going to be our Christmas parade. So it's a lighted Christmas parade. And we are so lucky because we have a very special guest that's going to be kicking off our parade, which is the Grinch.
I didn't know he was going to make an appearance.
I heard about him. I heard about him.
I mean, that's pretty exciting. Not everybody knows
I have connections.
Yet. That's good to know. He is supposed to be a guest on one of our episodes pretty soon.
Is he really?
He is. Whether or not he shows, we'll see.
I hope he
shows up for the parade.
I hope he does. I did speak to him earlier, and he's still planning on being there.
Okay.
So he's going to kick off the parade.
Fingers crossed. I know my girls love the Grinch and that big guy that rides in the back of the parade,
Yeah, we've got the big guy that's going to be back in the back of the parade, too. Santa's going to be there.
Nice. Nice. That is wonderful and exciting. And we'll come back to all of that in just a moment. But curious, when did the Christmas festival and parade start in Okeechobee?
The lighted Christmas parade started in 1989. That was the first lighted Christmas parade. And that was put on by the Chamber of Commerce. Okay. And then later on, there were some changes with the Chamber, and Main Street took it over about in 2010. And so since then, we've tried to bring out as many people as we can. We took over the Christmas festival and the parade and the other downtown events. Okay. So we wanted to keep those going since the Chamber wasn't able to keep those at that point. Okay. So Main Street wanted to be sure that the community had those events to participate in.
Well, thank you for keeping them going. That's great. So you've been doing it now. This will be your 11th year
Yes.
with the lighted
The lighted Christmas parade. Mm-hmm.
And, well, I know growing up, that was one of the events that we always went to, and it's an Okeechobee staple. It's a great event and definitely well organized. Now, there's a lot more that goes into it than most people realize.
There is a lot that goes into it. We start planning, just a few months ahead, and all the applications and, being sure that everybody knows what spot they're supposed to be in. You have to keep in contact with everyone, and I'm trying to get, the city really works hard with us. They really work well with us. They provide us with police escorts and things like that. The Public Works Department brings out all the barricades and helps us to help control the traffic, because as you know, the parade is very long. There's usually about at least 100 entries. I don't know if we're going to have that many this year.
Okay.
It looks like it's a little less, but there's a lot of people downtown, and there's a lot of organization that needs to take place to keep everyone safe.
Yeah.
So
with that, like you said, there's a lot of people keeping everyone safe. Once again, going back to it, 2020, COVID-19, what are the additional precautions that are being put in place to accomplish that?
Well, we're lucky that it's an outside event, so that makes it really easy. We're just asking the people that come out to watch the parade to distance themselves as much as they possibly can. Mm-hmm. Wash your hands, still the same precautions. If you feel like you need to wear a mask, then please wear a mask. Mm-hmm. If you're sick, stay home. Just really basic information. The community wants to get back out there and wants to participate and do things, but we want to be able to do it in a safe way. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think the mask recommendation, got 2 masks hiding back here behind me. I wear mine, and I do think it's one of those easy things.
It's very easy. It's very easy.
I get it. Some people don't want to do it, but for me,
it's a personal choice, and we can't make people wear it, but we can just suggest, that's the best we can do. Yeah. And the city is behind us to put on the event, so mm-hmm. we had permission first. We didn't just go for it. Yeah. But mm-hmm. City Council approved everything, so we're good to go. They're happy with what our protocol that we're using. So
now I think I heard that you're going to be spacing the booths apart even a little bit more than the last event.
We are. They're definitely going to be further apart than what they were last time. Usually there's some booths scattered through the center of the park, and we're omitting those completely.
Oh, okay.
So there's just going to be booths on the edges, or not the edges, but the outsides of the parks. Okay. And then just a few through the center, not through the crosswalks and things like that. So
gotcha. All right, well, that's a good idea. Now, like you mentioned, Santa is going to be out there, pulling up the rear, following the Grinch. And so after the parade, Santa will he stops for pictures. Is that going to happen again?
Yes, that's going to happen again. I spoke to some people from Kiwanis. Kiwanis is who puts on the Santa in the park. And Santa rides on the fire truck or whatever. I'm not sure if it's not a fire truck, whatever his sleigh is on at the time. And he's going to stop at the gazebo, the Kiwanis gazebo, there on 5th mm-hmm. Street. And he'll be there to be able to take pictures. They are going to, this time, usually you sit on Santa's lap, but I believe they're going to have some packages or things like that in front of the sleigh. And so the kids are going to be sitting on the packages in front of the sleigh instead of on Santa's lap. Okay. And they can still take the pictures. And I know Kiwanis does not charge for the pictures. It's free. Yes. You can make a donation, mm-hmm. and they print the pictures and give them to you right then. So it's a really, really fun thing. And I know they probably need some volunteers to help out with that.
I know the Grinch is also going to be taking some photos out there. That's one of the things that I think he's going to come speak to us about. And he will be positioned right over beside One Stop Party Shop where they sell their Christmas trees. Yeah. So same idea. They're not going to be charging for photographs. One Stop Party Shop has teamed up with the Okeechobee Masonic Lodge. So they'll be having the photos and everything with the Grinch. Similar kind of scenario. no, social distancing with the Grinch. And, the Grinch will probably have some face mask on too. But,
Yeah, you never know what,
there's
I don't know what the Grinch would have. I mean,
no
he's
telling.
Yeah.
The face mask for him is to stop the onion breath, I think, more than anything.
Yeah.
Or whatever that's going on with that breath. But yeah. So that'll be right beside One Stop Party Shop. I think they're at 4th.
Yeah, they're at 4th
Avenue.
They're at 4th.
Yeah, 4th Avenue. So right there where they sell their Christmas trees, it'll be set up under there. So you can get a picture with Santa. I'm sure that'll be a short line, and then you can come over and see the Grinch.
You're going to have to stand in a long line to get a picture with the Grinch.
There's a little confrontation, I think, between Santa and the Grinch. There's an ego thing there.
There is.
Just a little bit.
It's been going on for years, though, right?
Yeah, well,
A little while.
Probably.
Yeah.
I've been there whenever taking pictures for Santa. I used to set that up for Kiwanis, and when the Grinch would come, Santa may as well just go home at that point.
She's got a point.
He stole the show every time.
He's just loud and obnoxious. I feel bad for Santa, I think, because he has to be nice with all the kids there, and the Grinch he gets to be the Grinch. So
The Santa works hard all year.
doesn't he? I think Santa sits around eating cookies, and Mrs. Claus and the elves are putting in all the work.
All that
That's what I've heard.
that
That's
could
what
be
I've heard.
that could be true.
And the Grinch is just lazy and grumpy.
I mean, I don't know if lazy is really the right
Oh.
way to put it, but there's a chance. There's a chance. But I like this, that there are precautions being put in place to make sure that, everybody can be comfortable and safe. And no matter what, you're going to make a memory. Photo with Santa is a photo with Santa.
Absolutely.
Right? So that's wonderful. You already talked about the cattle drive. That was something I really wanted to talk about. But where are we right now?
We are in our new location. Main Street has moved to the little yellow cottage that is behind CVS. It's on 2nd Southeast. No,
Northeast.
I'm Northeast. I had to think of where I was.
It's because you're sitting in the chair.
I know.
That's what
it is. It's Northeast 2nd Street and 2nd Avenue.
Okay.
Right on the corner there. And we have so many plans. I showed you around a little bit, and you can see how awesome the building looks. We're going to have an art gallery, and we're going to have art classes, different kinds of art classes, so that you can come in. We're going to have a little gift shop. We've just got lots of things going.
Well, the building looks amazing. I appreciate the tour, everything about it. There's just so much room for activities.
There's so much room for activities. There is. It's gonna be great. We had a little open house whenever we did the Festival of Trees.
Okay.
Last month, and we had quite a few people come in, and it had all the Christmas trees and all the Christmas decorations, so it looked really, really pretty for that. And we had a really big success for that event. Right now, it's a little empty because we moved the trees out, and we're getting ready to bring in the artwork. So a call of artists has been put out, and we'll be having the artists come in, and they can exhibit their artwork.
Well, I know you also mentioned classes potentially at some point.
Yep, we're
Is that
starting.
okay to mention?
We're actually having a class this week. We're starting classes this week, actually. So we're looking for people that want to teach classes, and we're I know me either. I mean, I did paint the butterfly, but I can't do it.
That's as far as it goes.
That's as far as it goes. I had a lot of Bridget helped me a lot with that. Like, she was my coach. So
Well, I want to just, while you're on Bridget, first I want to say I saw the Grinch hand holding the Christmas ornament. Like, when is that being taught again, Bridget? I'm looking right at you, Bridget. When is that class? And I have talked to a number of people that have been to Bridget's classes before, and you don't have to have any experience. And you come home with a beautiful piece of art that you have done yourself. It's just really cool. And anyway, I've never personally gone to one of the classes, but I definitely want to.
yeah. She's going to do classes. We're going to bring in other people to do things like drawing, photography. We were talking about maybe a bonsai class.
Oh, I know an amazing bonsai artist.
And maybe she doesn't know that we're talking about it, but she will now. But any kind of people, anybody that wants to come in and do classes, we have the space available, so we can work something out.
That's really, really exciting. I know Magnolia and Poppy absolutely love art, and that's beyond just spilling paint all over our house. Like, just, they really have a blast. So I know they'll be in whenever you start doing some kids classes. That's great. Only a couple more questions. I feel like we've been talking for quite a while here, but I know that you're kind of in full search mode for a new executive director. Is that correct?
We are looking for a new executive director. We are planning on putting out the call that we're looking for someone. We were hoping to do it this week. To put the information out there with the job description. We wanted to kind of revamp the job description a little bit and get that out there. We're going to start taking applications, and when we get, we hope to get someone in by mid-January.
Okay. Yeah, definitely a tough time to try to hire somebody right
now,
right during the
holidays. It is right during the holidays. So we're hoping that we wanted to get moved. We didn't want to bring someone new in right in the middle of, here, carry these heavy boxes and organize your office, and they don't have a clue what their job is. So we wanted to get moved and get settled and then bring someone in.
That's a good idea. One thing that I know I talk about with a lot of other managers is that right now around the holidays it's a stressful time for so many people. And if to think about trying to start a new job and bring someone in with that type of a position, that would be tough. And I hope everybody out there realizes that this is a stressful time, not just for them, but for everyone around them. And let's be patient with each other and, take a breath before you blow up, or maybe take a breath before you type something on Facebook.
Oh, that's
little
for
things
sure.
like that.
Little things like that would make a huge difference.
Yeah. We're all in this together.
We are definitely in this together.
But that's great that you'll have that search going out, and I'm sure you will find an amazing executive director. I mean, with this beautiful space.
And it's going to be a super fun job.
Yes, and they get to work with you and Bridget.
I know, right? That would be fantastic.
Are they working for free?
They're probably paying us.
Well, is there anything else that you want to tell everyone about? I think there's at least 3 to 4 people that are going to watch this.
3 to 4 people.
So,
well,
we're hoping more people eventually, but this is really for Michael and I.
Just come out to the Christmas event. We are still taking applications for parades, so you can still send your parade application in up until. Do it by Friday.
Where do they get that application?
The application is online. You can go to our website at okeechobeemainstreet.org to our events page, and there's the application's right on the bottom. You fill it out. It puts your credit card in there. Sends it. I get an email. You're in.
$10, right?
$10.
It's $10. It's not like it's a bunch. Yeah. And I did the online application. Yeah, it's ridiculously simple.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
It's very simple.
Glad you set it up like that.
Bridget set it up.
For non-technical people like myself. Just got my first computer.
Congratulations.
So excited. I don't have anything else. Chris, Chachi, or anything over there?
I think she had everything.
Okay, he's off camera, but also we have our new production assistant that's helping us out, Sam Castles, which is Chachi's nephew.
Yeah.
Just moved here from New Hampshire. The other Sunshine State. So Sam, thanks for being here with us. I don't know if you could hear him or not, but he said, JD, you're amazing.
And he
thanks
says
for that, Sam.
He's really proud to be with his uncle Chucky.
Yeah. He said all of those things really quickly.
It was.
Yes.
He did.
And he said Angie's hair looks great too.
Yes. I promise this.
All of these things.
I promise.
All of those
things.
things. What he said. Well, again, Angie, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks
really
for
appreciate
having me.
it. And do you have any questions from me? Nope. All right, we'll keep rolling. So everybody, please like, share, comment, subscribe. You can watch this podcast on YouTube. It's also on Facebook, where you can listen to just the audio on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify. I don't know. Anywhere else? Is there anywhere else people really listen to podcasts?
I think you hit them.
Yeah, I think that's all of them. So thank you, Angie. We really appreciate it. Michael, please come back. I can't do this alone. I know Michael will watch, so hey, we got at least one.
There you
one
go.
Viewer,
There you go.
one viewer.
And Sam, I don't think's doing anything tomorrow.
Okay,
So
you better watch this over and over so it makes me feel good about myself.
Yeah.
All right? Angie, thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Everybody, see you soon.